depend on it. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker. Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning. Welcome in to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, boisterous, beautiful bearded host. Homeland Security calls this the most secure election in American history. I'm so confused. I don't even know what to do. It's Friday morning. I've got 5 hours, and you've got 5 hours of me, folks. So hang tight. Stay with us. It's going to be fun. Let's get the starting lineup on the field. If I can work through that sentence this morning. Seems to be a bit challenging. The best exported product from Shelbyville, Kentucky, since Colonel Sanders still watches VHS tapes with the fam, impresses his wife with his mixtapes from the late 80s and early 90s. Old enough to understand what it means to shake it like a Polaroid picture, the godfather of old souls, Boomer!
Hey, good morning. Yeah. There you go. Good morning. How are you?
Wrong button. I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, my morning started off a little shaky. Pulled into the Waffle House, and because of COVID, I guess the amount of employees, there was half of the restaurant was on lockdown. So I had to go to the lovely Minuteman food store, which my day was just struggling. And then I met
Boomer.
And I met Hans.
I
met Hans. And you know, and we've talked about this on the show. I'm not a fan of, it's not just the Minuteman, but I'm not a fan of the gas station, service station biscuit. Okay, but Jennifer and who it's also one of the managers, that they had made croissants. So my day got better. So I got the little, if you're all watching live stream, I'll do some product placement there. I got my Minuteman thing there. But Hans and Jennifer are listening now, so they're there. And thank you for making my day with
What up, Hans?
World famous customer service from both Hans and Jennifer.
I have not yet met Jennifer, but I know Hans is the man amongst boys.
Very sweet lady. Not Hans, but the Jennifer.
Hans is not a lady.
Right.
But he is sweet.
He's very nice. Absolutely. I was impressed. And he spoke very highly of you, and I said, well, wait till you get to know him.
All right. Sandee Lou, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm living my best life now.
Of course, yes.
What's looking regal as always? How are things at the old salon?
Absolutely fantastic. Things are getting a little bit more hectic because I'm getting ready for an amazing night at the salon on Monday night for our client appreciation night. So, yeah, I'm going to have some extra work to do this weekend. So, but it's worth it because it's so much fun and we're able to give back to our clients. And we're also doing a huge event for the Full Tummy Project. So, you know, everything that happens for that night centers around the Full Tummy Project.
Sounds like a project I could get behind.
Yeah, pretty much this was this morning for me.
Well, you know what that is, right?
Yeah, they feed people that need help feeding themselves.
The kids,
Yeah,
the kids of
That's kinda what I meant.
Limestone
I said
County,
it like
Athens.
it was incapable of eating, like they couldn't grab a spoon or a fork. But what I meant was socioeconomically.
Yes, absolutely, yes. So I got information that there are 600 new families that have signed up for the program just in this area alone. So one of the ladies that is over it goes to church with me, and she was telling me how overwhelmed they are with everything. So that's when I thought, you know, we need to, like, my salon really believes in giving back to the community. And when you're a Paul Mitchell Focus salon, like, that's what Paul Mitchell really believes in, is going in and doing community efforts and working side by side with your community. And I thought, what a better way during this Christmas season to give back to the Full Tummy Project. So
That sounds
Doing
awesome.
all that we can.
Producer Connor, what's going on with you, buddy?
I'm doing good. We're here. We got some tech problems fixed, so we are in business.
I'm so proud of you, buddy. We had just like this father-son moment a little while ago. My young prodigy. I mean, not like you needed me to be a prodigy, but we were sitting here working through some of our technical issues, which I won't bore you with because we've been told that it doesn't make good radio. Kind of like when Sandee says, the phone's ringing, I'll be right back.
Two ringing.
But it's good. It's
Not
good when that
radio.
happens.
Not good radio, though. So as I was
I'll say,
mentioning, this is why tech problems don't make good radio, for the record. Young Connor here. You know, young Connor's the brains, but I usually bring the equipment expertise to the table. Young Connor usually needs, Zach to help him with the setup of the equipment. Well, the last live stream we did, I sent him out with the equipment, and I said, go be a butterfly. Come out of your cocoon. Fly away. Now I'm kind of wishing I didn't.
Oh, you missed it, Sandy.
He didn't even need me this morning.
He laid the smackdown on Zach. It was very subtle.
He said, I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
Oh.
And I was like, well, excuse me, sir. Don't let
So
Daddy get in your way.
In Connor language, that means back it up, buddy.
It means shut up. It's early. I'm tired. I can't stand your attitude right now. is what
He's
it
this
means.
cord, plug it into here, and he goes, I got it.
Yeah.
He's
Talk to
selective.
the hand.
He's selective in the help he decides he needs.
I'm just very glad it worked, because if it didn't, that would have been very weird to have to ask for help.
We've only been on the air for about 5 minutes, so hang tight. See what happens. I might sabotage.
It'll be good.
Well, I mean, look, we got a lot of show lined up. I've got Congressman Mo Brooks. We've got Representative Mike Ball. We're going to talk about the devil's lettuce in the state of Alabama and getting the old, green ganja legalized here in the state. That'll be fun. That'll be coming up at 7:30, and then at 8:30 we've got Mo Brooks. Legendary Will Hampson will be joining us at 7. So we've got a ton of stuff to do today and a lot of time to get it done. Scott Harbor, Sport Clips, will be joining me as my co-host for the second half of the show. So we've got we're just full of stuff. Watching the Masters here on one. Bryson DeChambeau literally looks like he needs a machete to get out of there. Everybody was worried about him just blowing the Masters away with his length. Looks like that didn't happen, but oof, that's ugly. So we shared some stuff yesterday around about the election that we're going to have to cover. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused because I see a headline on my Facebook right now that says Department of Homeland Security calls the election the most secure in American history. Well, we know that's a bunch of horse crap. So what's going on there? Who at the Department of Homeland Security would be my question. Yeah, just a lot going on. The president tweeted out. He tweeted something yesterday that I don't believe. Connor, I want your opinion on this. We're not. I'm not even going to read the direct quote, but we will in the next segment after the break. But before we get there, I know I'm not putting anything past the president. But he's not stupid enough to tweet that without some kind of evidence, right? I mean, I know it hadn't stopped him in the past. But at this particular juncture, in his very, precipitous spot he's in, he's not dumb enough to do that, is he? Tweet that out with absolutely no factual evidence whatsoever.
If the factual evidence was he saw it on TV, I mean...
You think so? You really think so?
I think he's desperate.
I don't think he's desperate at all.
No.
I think he knows something we don't.
That tweet yesterday threw me for a loop because I kind of, when we talked about it, Zach, I was kind of like, he's made a lot of comments and he said a lot of crazy things on Twitter, but sometimes when you say something, there is a line in the sand that you've drawn, and if you lie, like if I came out and said, "Hey guys, guess what? I got this great business deal I did, and I'm going to make all of us $4 million by January." Come January.
There better be $4 million.
Or y'all are going to know that you're going to say I'm a liar. Well,
here's the other thing. It's bigger than that. And this is what Keith and I, my business partner, because I asked him. I said the same thing. When that tweet came out, I lost my mind. And I was like, whoa. There's no way he did this without knowing something. A lot of people's reactions were what Connor's were, and then a lot were like what mine was. And Keith said, if he tweets something like that out with no evidence, I don't want him as my president.
Exactly.
He needs to leave the office. And I think that's the way a lot of us feel. And so, that being said, we may find ourselves very disappointed in him. And just understand what I'm saying here, folks. I'm not saying that because if he has some factual evidence to support that it's actually going to win him the election. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he knows something we don't. I don't know that. I don't know. I listened to Ted Cruz has a podcast called The Verdict with Ted Cruz, and yesterday was the first time I'd listened to it. Connor, I think you need to listen to it today. It's one of the most well done, most educated, most straightforward. Ted Cruz was an attorney on the Al Gore Bush team. He was on Bush's team back in 2000. It was more about explaining the legal precedent and the process, and it was incredibly entertaining, but also informative. And he said, look, folks, the president, not like in 2000, it was one state. And it was a couple thousand votes in one state. He was like, the president has to run the table in 5 states. So it's not looking great, no matter how you look at it. But as my favorite movie quote goes, but you're saying there's a chance. So I don't know. We might try to get an excerpt from that podcast because it was so informative. But I think, Clay, you listened to it. But at the end of the day, when we come back, I'll read you that tweet. We'll get your reaction. 866-494-9866, 866-494-WVNN. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Though the world is full of wonders to amaze you as you roam, some of life's greatest treasures are found very close to home.
Find your own treasures at Highway 31 Flea Market. We have it all. Lots of furniture, both painted and project pieces, along with chairs, tables, televisions, books, and so much more. Our prices are unbeatable with products you'll love. Maybe you're looking for a bed frame or maybe some tools. You'll find a great selection right here at Highway 31 Flea Market. We also have all kinds of collectibles and antiques. Want even more deals? You can jump on board with our week-long online auctions, beginning every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's simple. You can join the auction at fleamarket.highbid.com. That's fleamarket.hibid.com. And be sure to visit us Monday through Saturday from 9 till 5 at Highway 31 Flea Market on Highway 31 South in Athens. What will you find when you shop Highway 31 Flea Market?
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Oh, well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
That's right. You better think. Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. I don't think often, but when I do, it's usually on days that end in Y. We're here. We're keyed up, ready to go. We were talking about the election, which I'm kind of tired of talking about, to be honest with you. But what do I know? I'm just a doctor. Yeah. So,
well, please tell me what doctor of what. Just throw it out there.
Right. I'm just sort of
I'm intrigued. You've pulled me in.
I'm sorry.
You pulled me in. I want doctor. Go ahead. Doctor of what? I'm excited. What's the
Doctor of Cool?
Oh, Doctor of Cool.
Okay.
Doctor of Lumberjacks.
In his plaid shirt.
I'm gonna go fish. I'm gonna go cut down some trees. I'm gonna hunt. I'm gonna clean it right on the spot. I'm gonna do a radio show. America.
He's like, okay, whenever you're done, I will continue.
It's like every day. I know that. It's like,
I know, right?
It's like
we got to keep him on his toes.
I'm like,
I mean, that's plain and simple.
In the Bugs Bunny, there's the dog, and the big dog's there, and the one's going, hey, Spike, hey, Spike. I feel like that's my role, because I'm the little, hey, Zach, hey, Zach, hey, Zach, hey, Zach.
Just let me know when you guys are done. I'm going to let you have your segment here.
We're done. Go
okay,
ahead.
You done?
Yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
Sure?
Back to election.
Maybe.
Okay.
And now back to regular scheduled programming.
And now back to the intelligent portion of our program.
Okay, Connor, what's your thoughts on this?
Yes.
Okay, Sandy, it was funny, but that laugh was a little over the top, okay?
That was wonderful. It was so perfect.
A little over the top. A little over the top here. Connor, can you pull up the inspiration cube that I sent out last night, please?
The inspiration cube. Did you send this to me?
Yeah.
Yes, Connor. Okay, now I'm starting to understand things. Now, are we? I bet he has our I bet he has our group message muted.
I don't.
I bet he has our group message muted.
I do not.
Fine. We'll just delete him from it. How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There it is.
I see it. I didn't watch it.
Like,
you didn't watch it.
That.
Oh, this will be even better. Okay, here is the tweet in question. And it's, quote, report, Dominion deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide. Data analysis finds 221,000 Pennsylvania votes switched from President Trump to Biden. 941,000 Trump votes deleted. States using Dominion voting systems switched 435,000 votes from Trump to Biden. End quote. Sorry, I'm going to end the quote there. So, no doubt in my mind for him to do that. He knows something we don't.
Absolutely.
Like that's almost word for word like the Chiron of the cable news channel he was watching.
Okay.
It was. There's screenshots.
Connor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. God, I hope that's not. I will rest my Trump. I will rest my Trump case if he just retweeted as it scrolled across the bottom of his screen.
So how do you
I
know
will
that?
Rest my Trump case. What if?
How do you know that he did not say that first, and then they just repeated?
Well, I mean, everything's timestamped, so I'm sure it wouldn't
Right.
be hard to look it up, but
Or how do we know that his people didn't get that information to that news network?
yeah, there's a lot of that.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
I see what you're saying.
I'm drawing it in the line in the sand. If that is false and doesn't come to be
I'm
true,
done with
I'm
Donald
done
Trump.
with Trump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody will be.
I think
Everybody
he knows
will
that
be.
too, which is why I don't think he did that. But
Because here's the thing, and
I don't think he did either.
This is something I think we're geared up to. I'm kind of leaning towards Zach. As much as I don't like it, I think probably Biden will probably become our
well,
president.
the thing about it is, I started to swing back the other way yesterday.
But I do. There is some Trump stuff there. But if you think that the 73 million people that voted for Trump are not fired up, angry, mad, and he would not be the perfect situation to come out of this and go, okay, Biden won, but they screwed us. If you don't think there's going to be a massive upswelling and tea party like we've never seen, that he will ride that wave bigger than ever, I mean, I think it'd be absolutely just asinine for him to say something that would be that false if it's not. I mean, I don't see it. I don't.
I don't see him saying anything that would not have any merit behind it in something like that.
In
now,
all fairness,
he
he's
has
done it before. I'm trying to be
not with something that heavy.
well. He's not faced anything this heavy, to be clear.
Yeah, I can see that.
But when you find yourself
don't
down and
agree.
discouraged, when you find yourself in the dumps and you need to be lifted from the pit of despair, for all the Jesus lovers on your Christmas list, that might be a little too much,
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
but also funny. Allow me to introduce you to the Inspiration Cube.
As a thank you for your support of our ministry this October, Joel and Victoria would like to send you the Inspiration Cube. Wake up every morning inspired with this easy-to-use portable audio system filled with over 400 life-changing messages of hope, guidance, and strength from Joel. With the simple push of a button, remove any negative thoughts with a new message to inspire your day.
You may feel today like you're trapped. That is not how your story ends. Some dreams are waking up, hope is waking up, abundance is waking up.
It was almost like a friend was speaking to me. I'm at peace. My victory is already accounted for.
There's a lot of negativity in the world. So it's so important what we're taking in all throughout the day. The Inspiration Cube is a collection of Joel's most requested messages.
It has 365 devotions, 2 to 3 minutes, where I'll help you start the day encouraged and inspired. Plus, there are 31 positive affirmations that you can declare over your life. I hope you'll request the Inspiration Cube. It will help you stay full of faith so you can live the victorious life that belongs to you.
Receive the Inspiration Cube today.
Oh my word.
I like the idea, but
There is so much wrong with that.
Is it me or does he look like Martin Short as the Jack
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
In the
I
Santa
was
Claus.
just like, oh my gosh, like it's so uncanny. Yes.
Maybe we should change the name of our show to the Inspiration Cube.
Well, what's funny is I sent that to Scott Harbour, and he said, "Wheels are turning in my head. You need to put out an inspiration cube. He said kids in China will make it for $2 a box. I mean, there's money in that. There's money in that.
God.
You push Zach, it's like,
no, that's what I said. Hey, hold on. Let me read my exact reply. Well, first of all, I sent him back crying, laughing emojis, and then I said, I need an A-whooping cube. With one press of a button, I'll call your lazy A out and get you back on track. And I think that's a little more. I think that's a little more appropriate for me than an inspiration cube.
Oh, that is so funny.
I don't find myself a very inspirational person. I could be. I might inspire people, or maybe not. But I guarantee you, I'll whoop you into shape.
I mean, sometimes Joel's little rednecky kind of happy voice may be okay sometimes, but I don't know.
Rednecky, kind of happy voice.
I don't think I could handle it.
Hi,
well, hold on.
I want to
stop. I want to stop and go back to rednecky happy.
Yeah, he He sounds kind of, he's got the southern.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
We
That's
just
not
want to tell you you're going to have a great day.
We just want to send you straight to the pits of hell. Sorry. False prophets. What can I say?
And I'm broke. So please.
So that was the other part I
money.
wanted to bring up here. And yes, to be clear, I think Joel Osteen is an absolute false prophet. I just want to be absolutely clear. His teachings are unbiblical. He is not. He is the most dangerous type of false prophet. I'll say that. But let me also say
he was charging admission
that
into his church.
I don't think that's.
Did you know that?
I don't know if we'd find that to be a fact.
Connor, search it.
Connor only fact checks things that actually matter. No, he actually, that's not it. He just fact checks me. When Sandee says something, he's like, "Oh, that's good." Sandee said it. When Zach says something, he's
My
like,
mom
I'm gonna
said
prove this
it.
wrong.
I would love
That's
it.
right.
We should do at the end of the week. We should get Connor's search engine and figure out like what it says. This week it's what's the cost of cigarettes in Alabama and false prophets.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful, bearded host. Don't turn that dial or you're a communist. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
Another all-time high for COVID-19 cases in the U.S. The COVID tracking project reporting 151,000 new COVID-19 cases in the U.S. on Thursday. 67,000 people hospitalized. CDC Director Robert Redfield telling Detroit ABC TV affiliate WXYZ.
I don't think it's unlikely in the next week or two that we won't be having 1 million cases a week.
California now joining
in this
Texas
country.
in topping over 1 million cases. In Mississippi, a state health official tweeting that Jackson has run out of ICU beds. In Chicago, the mayor now asking people to leave home only for essential activities. Another state called. Arizona goes blue for the first time since 1996, casting its 11 electoral votes for Joe Biden. China has now offered its congratulations to Biden on his electoral victory. The search for more victims of the flash flooding in North Carolina resumes this morning. The remnants of Tropical Storm Eta combined with another system blamed for at least 7 deaths. Dave Packer, ABC News.
If your computer stopped working, your business will grind to a standstill. This is Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. For my friends over at Simple Helix, the cost of a full-time IT department is really just unreasonable. Call Simple Helix today at 256-975-4758. They never take a vacation and cost far less than a full-time employee or staff. This new normal we live in has us working from home and remoting in all the time, so 24-hour support is more important than ever. Reliable and safe access for you and your employees doesn't get more simple than Simple Helix. 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the Beard sent you.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. WebUnderdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, WebUnderdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact WebUnderdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. WebUnderdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
Where Alabama talks, WVNN. Depend on it.
Oh, yeah. Let it play. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. Hey. Yeah, man. Let it play, man. What an appropriate song this morning. Welcome in to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. And I'm here with you. Sandee Lou, well, I got to ask you a question. What was going on over there?
So, yeah, I'm sitting here getting ready for, this break, and I see something out of the corner of my eye, and it was like this ginormous spider that came crawling out. I can't handle it. Mm.
It is Friday the 13th. Just saying.
Is it really? Oh, it is. Dang
It is Friday the 13th.
So, Sandee, now that you're not in this studio with us anymore, I need to come clean about something. The day you told us you were scared of frogs, I went out into my truck. I pulled a frog lure, like a bass lure. It looks like a live frog. And it's in my pocket. And I brought it in. I showed it to Connor. And Connor looked at me like, "You're not going to do that, are you?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." And Connor, how real did it look?
Like I jumped because I thought you had a live frog in your hand.
You thought I had a live frog in my hand. That's why those bass tear it up. But
they're evil.
I was going to use it on you, but now I can't. And now I'm frustrated because if I would have known it was Friday the 13th, I would have gone by the radio station first and set that frog right on the board.
And you would not have had a board operator.
Yeah, you're right. I probably wouldn't have set it on the board. I would have thought through that. I would have put it somewhere else where you could have powered around it or something.
Well, there's that one.
And
right
I would not
behind
have
it.
even had to turn my mic on, and you would have heard me scream. Like I would have left
That's
this room.
scared, huh?
I would not have walked through that door if there was a
one
frog
that
in
room.
here.
Okay.
What about the one that's right
Yep.
behind you right now?
You're so funny.
If you're not watching the live stream, you need to be, because at some point she'll turn around and look. Okay,
Oh, I will.
so
I want to do it now.
So ribbit. So the inspiration cube that we were just talking about here, one Joel Osteen, his false prophet self. I went on the website, and I wanted to see what it took to purchase an inspiration cube. Just out of curiosity's sake, of course. I have all the inspiration I need right here in the lion heart of mine. But the way it works is it says donation amount. Okay. Minimum donation to get an inspiration cube is $50. And it goes on up. Like on up. I'm talking about up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second slider, you get to select your reward. I wonder if that's what they call it.
Reward.
Let's see. I want to get the phrasing just right.
I have a feeling like the purchase confirmation screen says, "Congratulations on your purchase."
Be inspired.
You get to heaven and you did all these things, but remember, you did buy the inspiration cube, so you're good.
Wait a minute. So there's two options. You can actually just buy it. It's for $39.99. Or you can make a $50 donation and get it. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit. At least it doesn't say three low payments of $39.95 or something like that. That would be. Joel Osteen. I sent that out to all my pastor buddies last night, and I said, for all your Christ-loving Christmas list, gifts, they didn't like that so much. Apparently, they don't tend to think that he is. Anyways, neither here nor there. Is it time to start? I need to hear from you, the people. 866-494-9866. When is it the right time for us to start mixing Christmas music into our bed music?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a big fan of the Christmas tree I like Christmas trees, don't get me wrong. I'm not the guy that has 8 in my house. Okay, we have a Christmas tree, like most normal people. But I do love Christmas music. I love Christmas. I'm dreaming of a wine. I love me some Christmas music.
We've got to at least be into December.
That's absolutely not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. So
you're
it's
saying
going to have to be the day after Thanksgiving.
I don't know if I can. I don't even know if we're going to wait that long.
Oh, my God.
But I want to hear from the people. Really, this is a show of the people, by the people, for the people. So what do the people think? Are you ready for Christmas music, for bed music? Now, listen, I'm not saying every time. I'm just saying at what point do we start mixing it in? Just sprinkling a little Christmas joy amongst the rest of the joy that we spread. What is the date? 866-494-WVNN. 866-494-9866. When is the right time to sprinkle in Christmas music? Now we're going to take a poll internally. Sandy Lou.
I say now.
Okay. Connor?
I'm going to say, no time like the present.
No time like the present. Oh.
December 21st.
Okay, Ebenezer. We got Ebenezer Boomer Scrooge over here. I'm going to say...
got the Grinch.
I'm going to say there's nothing between us but air and opportunity.
We're an escape for the Tennessee Valley.
Yes, an escape from politics, an escape from, although lately it's been really hard to escape from politics, but we're an escape from pretty much everything. They want to escape to their winter wonderland.
No, they don't.
And what better to do that with than to play Christmas music? Happy Christmas music. It's going to be so wonderful. Like, we should even have, like, sayings from...
She might be pushing me the other direction.
And next, and after Christmas, we're going to play nothing but Kids Bop.
You're the only one laughing, Boomer.
I'm not. I like
Boomer.
Christmas
Normally,
music.
I like.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm like on your side.
At your jokes.
Yeah. There's radio stations that are starting. I don't plug it. There's a radio station in the Tennessee Valley that's starting Monday, and I want to shoot myself in the head.
Well, I've got an idea. Just turn that dial, Cupcake.
Kind of
well, that's my thing. The same thing. If you want it, then you can turn to something else. There's Christmas.
That's
music
an all day
provided.
long kind of thing,
But,
though,
yeah,
right?
what we're talking about is mixing one in every now and again.
I think we
once
should
a
mix
month?
in.
Like once a show.
Okay, I'll play
we
Bing
should
Crosby,
mix in-
Maleki Hakamaka. We'll play that one. That's it.
Meli Maliki Maka. Did I get that right?
And Blue Christmas.
Is the
okay.
thing- Yeah.
Oh, sorry there, Mr. Bilingual. My apologies.
Well, it's a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay.
It's 5:40. He's a little bit late today.
Yeah, he's getting started though. He is getting.
So I think we should add in like lines from the movie Elf.
Oh my gosh.
There's just to be abundantly clear.
Santa, I know him.
There is never not a time to quote Will Ferrell movies, especially Elf. So that is a 365 day a year deal. You're welcome to mix in your Elf lines anytime. But if you screw them up,
you smell like beef and cheese.
They have to work though. Like in the
that worked.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Hey, I'll tell you all a funny Christmas music story about my past radio career.
Nelly Maliki Maka.
So my first radio job, second radio job. My first radio job, I actually did the weather.
Just to be clear, this was right after Vietnam.
My first radio job, I was so excited, but I got to do overnight weather.
Good morning, Vietnam. That was actually him.
So for a radio station, I had to bring an alarm clock because I would set the alarm to where I'd wake up a little bit before I had to do the weather forecast, and then I would go back to sleep on the floor at the radio station. But that was my job. But the second job I got was actually with a Christian radio station.
Why couldn't you just record the weather?
Didn't have it back then. Didn't have the capability.
They didn't
So
You
you
manually play everything.
you literally got paid to take a cot and sleep in a radio station until your alarm went off, wake up and say, the weather is cold. That's it. And go right back to sleep.
Yes. That was my first radio job.
That is fantastic.
On G107.
What did they pay you, $1 a day?
I think I was getting like $8 or $9 an hour, I think.
Hot
to be
dog.
overnight. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I can guarantee you it would cost you a lot more to get me to do that. But go ahead.
So then my second job was at a Christian radio station, a WCVK in
Hallelujah.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Hallelujah.
And one time during Christmas music, now I was I became a Christian in 1995. Okay. So this was 1997. So I was still a baby.
At the ripe old age of 61. Right. Got it.
I was still baby in college, and we're playing Christmas music. And one thing you learn in radio is you got to be careful not to leave your mic open.
Ooh.
So
this is very true.
On the Christian radio station, I was mocking the fact that up next, the 14th different version of Joy to the World here on WCVK. Oh, wait a minute. It's the Little Drummer Boy once again for the 5th time this hour. And it's all going out over the air. and my program director calls me, and I answer the phone, still on
the air. Oh, no.
And we have a tape of it somewhere, but he's like, I'm hearing him, and all you hear me going, "No way, I'm on the air." and I go, "Oh, maybe I should turn the mic on." But that was
That sounds like the morning that Dallas no-showed us, and we're sitting here trying to figure out how to get on the air, and Connor is sitting at his production room, and I'm over at the board where Sandee's sitting right now, and I'm talking into the mic going, testing, 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 and he's over here going, "Welcome into Hometown Heartbeat. I'm producer Connor. Dallas didn't show up, and Zach's in there trying to figure out what to do. It's going to be a great day." Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing. Dallas isn't here, and we're really struggling right now. I'm over there hitting buttons on the board. I have no idea what to do, trying to get things. So we make it through the first one, and we get to the first break. Well, Sandee has to pull us out of the mix in the breaks, and so I did not do that. And whatever I was saying kept going over the air. Now, fortunately, because of Jesus, I don't have I don't say things off the air that I wouldn't say on the air, right? Because hopefully my life is consistent across the board. Now, I may be a little more colorful at times, but in that particular break, I wasn't colorful at all. But we get a call in the next segment. "Hey, man! Hi, we could hear you over the air in that last commercial break, and you ought not be doing that. That just ain't very professional." And I was like, yeah, guy, I freaking know it wasn't very professional. And if I knew how to turn myself off, I freaking would. That was like, Connor, how long had we been on the air? Like 2 weeks?
I think that was day 6.
No way.
Day 6 or 7.
Oh my, yeah. So it was really early in our radio show, and we're still here, hot dog. So it, we persevere.
Hey, when we come back, can I share one funny story from my radio past? Just one.
Another one.
It brought one to my head, and this one's even funnier than
Absolutely. Coming up next. Stories from World War II with Boomer. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. Don't turn that dial. You're a communist. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny,
Mm-hmm.
and I could barely walk on it.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600. At Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic. We've got your back. Come see us today.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it. I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch. Mm-hmm.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
The Dale Jackson Show, weekday mornings only on WVNN.
Melikilimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
Hawaii voted for Biden, so I'm done with them.
He said,
Even
Melly,
Connor was getting
Maliki,
in on
screw
that.
you is the... What? What'd you say, Sandy?
I said even Connor was getting in on that.
Well, I mean, Connor corrected my Hawaiian, so... Yeah,
I was
he's
sitting there and I had to
He's obviously, bilingual. We've got some comments coming in. Now is the time. So Robert Allen, one of our great Facebook live streamers, there you are, sir. Meli Kalikimaka to you.
Although he just heard our stock music with us singing. The live stream doesn't get the bit music.
Sorry about that, Robert Allen. You heard us singing Meli Kalikimaka over the smooth jazz sounds of whatever. So that was probably quite confusing for those of you watching the live stream.
Acapella Christmas music on the live stream.
Yeah, it's not.
Awesome.
It's accompanied by a bad instrumental. So we apologize for that. No, I lied. We don't apologize at all. If you're on the live stream.
We'll clip that, and we can hear us sing over the.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'd rather not know how embarrassing that was. To be honest with you, I'd rather not know. I'd rather not know at all. So you've.
I've got a story from World War II, right? Okay,
yeah, from the trenches.
Well, this was
of
my
Normandy.
favorite because, like I said, those of us that are believers, you come in when you first kind of become a Christian, you're usually pretty all in. You're just loving it, but you're still pretty raw, and you still got. I think we always have things from our past that'll always be there, but you're new, you're a baby. So I was the afternoon drive host of the Christian radio station in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we had guests that would come on, and we had a Mother's Day out leader of one of the churches in town that was coming in to promote. At that time, I guess back in World War I, it was a new concept, the Mother's Day out. It was kind of pretty fresh and new that people were doing this. So this mom comes in and she brings her young child, probably maybe less than a year old, and kind of the same console at the radio station was similar to the one here. It was wooden, and it, when you hit it, it makes noises.
Yeah.
So we're talking. And she's talking about everything. And about that time, the little baby let the loudest fart that you have ever heard in your life.
Oh, no.
Okay. And I proceed to say, ladies and gentlemen, that was not me.
Oh, no.
Only not to realize that the mother was like, well, it's not me.
Oh, my gosh.
So we proceeded on a Christian radio station to argue back and forth who had not passed gas and how to explain that. So it was probably one of my favorite.
Awesome.
What is it about breaking wind that's so funny to men? What is it that's so? Because I'm talking about if I hear a good fart, I just get tickled.
Look,
it's funny for women too, but it's not the is way more funny than the.
I'm more a fan of the. I'm more a fan of the.
I can't believe that we're sitting here making noises for farts on the air.
Connor, Google.
Connor, you want to add one to this?
Google why farts are more funny to men. Add that to your search engine.
Speaking of the differences of men and women, we had a census this year, right? And so there's going to be a ton of new studies that have come out about, different different things related to people and the population and all that. And divorce rates are always something that comes up on these things. So I'm going to ask you both, all three of you, although Boomer may have just looked at my screen. So what
pretend.
What are divorce rates? Has the pandemic caused divorce rates to go up or down? Would 2020 is 2020 going to see more divorces or less divorces?
I think it's going to cause it to go up.
I would agree.
It's exactly the opposite. Divorce rates have hit a 50-year low.
Really?
Yep. So check this out.
What?
Census data shows the divorce rate has dropped to the lowest level since 1970. Now, there are a couple factors about this that I think play into this. These are not in the story. These are my personal. Let me give you the facts. For every 1,000 marriages in the last year, only 14.9 ended in divorce. Median length of marriages increased almost 1 year to 20 years. So we're at 19.8. Look, if you've made it 19.8 years, you already there. You on the back 9.
Yeah.
You might as well stick with it, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
At the same time, and here's where I think some of the factors play in. This is a Daily Mail article. For those of you that want to play along. At the same time, people are getting married at the lowest rate on record. People are more likely to wait till they're older and have established careers. And so they talk about how one of the things in here says the pandemic has actually allowed people to, 58% of married Americans say the pandemic has made them appreciate their spouse more. And half agree
that's really nice.
that their commitment to their marriage has deepened through the pandemic. It's pretty interesting. Now, here's what I think. Here's what I think's happening. I think there's a generation of people that don't really think marriage is that big of a deal anymore. And so I think that what you're seeing is a lot of young people that are pursuing marriage have a biblical worldview. And you're seeing a commitment to Christ-centered marriages increase because overall marriages are decreasing because a lot of young people are choosing they don't need to get married. They can just live together and they can just be quote-unquote partners or whatever. And then you got common law marriages and you got all this other stuff going on. And so it does say that the amount of marriages has decreased. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting that marriages has declined. Now, here's the really funny part. When I Googled Daily Mail divorce rates, the top 2 headlines, both from the Daily Mail. The top one says U.S. divorce rates have hit a 50-year low. The second one from August of 2020, coronavirus U.S. divorce rates rise 34% during pandemic.
I'm looking at the article that you were talking about. It looks like this data is from 2019.
Well, it's the census data that just came out. So I guess they would put that back to 2019. But this should be census data, right?
I'm guessing. I'm not sure how they do that.
Yeah, it says, the first line says, new census data shows. So I'm going to assume that.
But I mean, it could just be newly released. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be a
either.
situation like, most households when it went into the coronavirus, like, we're going to have to stay 62 days together. We need to work some of this stuff out. We need to talk. Did you see Barack Obama, his big...
Yeah, it's racism.
Well, no, he came out and said that the toll, he's got this new memoir.
A memoir.
That he has got. And
I hate that word,
he's,
by the way.
He's come out and talked about...
Memoir.
He's talked
Does
about...
not spell memoir.
He has talked about the toll that it took on his and Michelle's marriage.
Yeah, the toll in his memoir.
Lying next to Michelle in the dark. I think those days when everything between us felt lighter, when her smile was more constant, our love less encumbered, my heart would suddenly tighten of the thought that those days may not return.
50 Shades of Grey, let's chill out. We got Tracy on line 3. If you want to join us on the Old 18 Outfitters hotline, 866-494-9866. Tracy, bring it in here, big guy. What do you got?
I just was going to respond to what this marriage divorce rate thing.
Come on with it.
Why get married? That's what the generation that's coming up. I've got some nieces and nephews, about 3 of them, that they're not getting married because the tax benefit outweighs being married.
it.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard that.
I always thought that the marriage.
I did too.
Was better.
Well, I always thank you for the call. Thanks, Tracy, for getting the call and the information. I don't know that to be I don't know what is a better tax. Connor, Google that. Better tax situation, married or single. I don't know that. I do know that there's a trend of saying who needs to get married amongst young people that don't have a Christian worldview, because there is no need to be married necessarily, right? You can just do your own thing and kind of, rock and roll as you want to. But, I just thought that was interesting. If you Google Daily Mail divorce rates, the top two they couldn't be more diabolically opposed, and they're written by the same freaking people. So there you go. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, boisterous, beautiful bearded host. We'll be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. ICU's overflowing with COVID-19 patients, say hospitals nationwide. Right now, 67,000 people hospitalized, nearly 2,000 more than yesterday. ABC's Alex Stone says medical workers are saying what comes next could be grim.
Doctors are warning us as hospitals are overwhelmed, the death numbers will follow because patient care won't be at the level it has been in smaller hospitals. Unable to transfer to full, bigger hospitals will be doing procedures they don't normally do. Plus, increasing hospital numbers we're seeing right now mean that people are getting sicker and usually higher death rates follow.
New York's latest round of restrictions goes into effect tonight. Bars and restaurants will have to close at 10 p.m. New York City bar owner Teresa De La Haba of McSorley's Old Ale House.
I just think this just puts, a nail in the coffin for some places.
In Chicago, Mayor Lori Lightfoot now asking people to leave home only for essential activities.
No visitors should be in your home unless they're essential workers like home health care or education workers. And no visitors includes family members that do not now today live with you.
California now joining Texas and topping 1 million overall cases. Arizona overnight becoming the latest state to go blue. Joe Biden now the projected winner there, along with its 7 electoral votes. Still no concession, though, from President Trump. His administration still not giving Biden's transition team full access to government funds and security information. ABC's Alex Prechet.
At least 10 Republican senators are now pushing for Joe Biden to receive classified intelligence briefings, as a president-elect normally would. They include Trump loyalist Lindsey Graham and Chuck Grassley, the longest-serving Senate Republican.
Do you think that Joe Biden should get access to classified briefings in order to prepare for the transition here?
I would think, especially on the classified briefings. The answer is yes.
You're listening to ABC News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
My son, he lives with me, and we both take it every day, and the results are wonderful. But when he was younger, he was in his early 20s. We went skiing, and he had a skiing incident where his big toe on his right foot, the nail got injured, and he lost the toenail. It came back really weird and ugly, and it's been that way for the last 30 years. In about 4 months of us taking the products on a daily basis, his toenail came back perfect. Yeah, I wanted to share that with somebody because it was like astronomical. So we're really very happy with the product.
Don't wait to see how Balance of Nature can improve your health from your head to your toes. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
No two of us are exactly alike. That's why you need a financial advisor with the freedom to focus on the details that make your life your own. Your family, the challenges you face, the dreams that inspire you. Whatever your goals, you need an advisor that can create a plan uniquely tailored to you. That's life well planned. To learn more, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Dustin Haraway, 256-705-0300. Located in downtown Huntsville. Raymond James Financial Services, Inc. Member FIRNA SIPC.
Thank you all for your support. This
a great example of how we can come together. And to show our thanks, we provided these commemorative t-shirts for everyone.
Everyone? What? I only ordered enough for staff.
Are you kidding me? Houston, we have a problem. Aardvark Tees is the source for the t-shirts that you really want, specializing in local custom printing for businesses, civic groups, clubs, and churches, providing the right t-shirts and the right graphics in all sizes from youth to 5XL. Brand your group in style with t-shirts from Aardvark Tees. We also do custom printing for youth groups, school clubs, corporate team building, and more. T-shirts are even great for family reunions. For high-quality prints and a variety of styles, call or message Aardvark Tees for your printing needs today. Call 256-732-4743. That's 732-4743. Or visit them online at aardvarktees.com. Aardvark Tees, the t-shirts you want for all your needs.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. Check it in this morning. We've got the starting lineup on the field. We've got Boomer. We've got Sandee Lou. We've got producer Connor. We have a guest in studio, but before we get there, let me tell you about my friends over at My Pillow. Mike Lindell, who's going to be on the show very soon. We're talking right now about scheduling, so we're excited to talk to Mike Lindell. But he is a genius when it comes to sleep. He is not only the inventor of the My Pillow, but it didn't stop there. Mike Lindell created so many products to help you get the best night's sleep of your life. Whether it's the Giza Dream bed sheets made out of that Giza cotton that's extremely breathable and ultra soft, or it's the 3-layer foam mattress topper, we could get you deep discounts on all of the MyPillow products. All you have to do is go to mypillow.com/radio specials and use promo code BEARD at checkout. That's right, you're welcome. Promo code BEARD at mypillow.com/radio specials, or call 800-889-7318 and you could get buy one get one free on the towels. You can get 30% off the mattress topper with 2 free pillows, or you can get the buy one get one free on the My Pillows alone. And let me tell you something, they are all backed by that 60-day money back guarantee and the 10-year warranty that you've come to know and love. We should all thank Mike Lindell for being a great American patriot and the creator of the best sleep of my entire life.
Should we not call it his pillow?
Yeah, probably. But then there's
he can call it My Pillow.
Not a possessive. I think the marketing behind that, the sales behind that, the thought process is, really get you engaged.
Your ownership.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Producing ownership. We got a guest with us in the studio. It's a funny story how we've come to know one another. Jim Pendergraph of Aero Care USA. I got a phone call. And one day from this, was it Oklahoma number, was it?
It is, absolutely.
It was an Oklahoma number, and I was like, who is this? And he was like, who is this? And I was like, he got my number because he was trying to reach out to the owner of the company, but thought he was talking to a different guy, one of my guys here. And so we played a little bit of like cat and mouse back and forth because like I try to play, like I try to be my own gatekeeper sometimes,
right?
Because I don't want to talk to everybody. And turns out we were doing a job for Jim. We did a remodel for you guys are just moving. You're coming to town, right, to do some business or what?
Actually, we're already in town.
Already in town,
but we're moving closer to the hospital because that's kind of where we want to be as far as our product lines and what we do in the industry. So
and we'll get into that here shortly, but that makes a lot of sense for a medical equipment company to be close to the hospital.
You would think.
So our company, Cotton Row, did a remodel with the office space that you guys. It wasn't without its challenges, but we seem to be across the hump, right? You guys are getting across the hump.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah, it's
we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Apparently I need to get on somebody over here. So, but I extended him an opportunity to join us on the radio and kind of talk about what was going on. That was a couple months ago, and it was like, we're not quite there. And then last week you were like, hey man, I'm in town next week. You want to do it or what? And I was like, hot dog. So here you are. You said you listened to the show on the way over. Was that your first time joining us live?
Other than the clip that on YouTube,
okay.
Then yes, absolutely.
What'd you think?
Time. I loved it. I thought it was
awesome!
Great.
When is the right time to start Christmas music?
Well, I am actually staying in a hotel in Huntsville, and they're playing it 24/7. So
Oh,
I think that's a little much now.
Yeah,
but I think once an hour from Thanksgiving till December 1st, and then all bets are off after that.
Okay, I think that's a pretty good guideline. Once an hour from now till I like that. Yeah. I think
so. I've fulfilled our. Well, we got one more. No, I've already fulfilled it because we can't do another one because I've already done one. Right? No, we got that. We're good.
Well, today is day one, so we can start with one for the day today. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I can live there.
But I'm okay with doing more.
Can I have one request?
Yeah, maybe.
We don't play the "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas," or Grandma got run over by.
Oh no, absolutely will not grant that request. Absolutely not happening. That song will be played, and you will sit here and enjoy it.
Boomer, your wife and I are going to have a long talk today.
I refuse to give on that. That's something. Look, I can't compromise what I believe in. Okay.
I'll grant Boomer that "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas" can get a little old.
Look, I'm not. I didn't. That wasn't where I drew the line. I hope you guys heard that. So he might go 50. He might bat 500 there, but he's definitely not. He's definitely getting. I got run over by.
Yeah, you're not taking away.
No, that I refuse.
I draw the line at "I want a hippopotamus for Christmas."
Said no Sandy, one wants a hippopotamus. Who wants a hippopotamus?
Let's take votes.
I do.
Let's take votes. There's 3 over here, 1 over there. 3 say no, 1 says yes. That's Sandy. You might not.
But I'm the woman of the group.
Doesn't. Look, there's no affirmative action here.
More punch.
No affirmative action here. Okay, all right.
We're not Title IX.
No, yeah, that's right. We're not a college athletic program. Okay, taking the money from the men and giving it to the women. I'm kidding. So Jim is you. So you don't live here. You live in
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Biloxi, Mississippi. Oh. There's a casino over there, isn't there?
About a dozen of them.
Excellent. Maybe we need to come to you next time.
I'd love to host. Absolutely. Come on.
So, Jim, tell us about Aero Care USA.
Well, it's funny that you started the segment with an advertisement from Mr. Lindell because we also work in the sleep business.
Oh.
We treat sleep apnea, and if anyone knows about that disease, it's when your body stops breathing at night because there's an obstruction in the airway, and we have to use a machine to force air into the lungs, or what happens is the body doesn't get proper rest, which then affects all the organs.
Everything.
Yes, and I mean, you would not be able to get up at
3:45
in the morning and function. And what's really funny about the disease state is that people sleep with this, or they have this disease state for years and years and years, and they don't know any different because their body functions the same way day after day after day.
Huh.
Once they get on a CPAP or BiPAP, which is where we come into play, and that's the machine that treats this disease, then they start feeling much better, and then it's like light years. Like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? And so we have an array of products such as that. We focus on the respiratory side of it.
Okay.
Oxygen, CPAPs, ventilation, and then Aflo vest, and those all have to do with.
I'm sorry. Did you say the Flow vest?
Aflo.
Oh, I had a Flow B once to cut my hair. Are you familiar with what those are?
My goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Had the vacuum.
and,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If I had any hair, I probably would have used one too.
I was young. Trust me, I didn't choose it. My mom did, and I hate her for it. But no, I'm kidding, Mom. I love you. But sorry. I'm super ADD. You got me on a squirrel. Squirrel. So the Aflo vest, what does that do?
Aflo vest. What it does is it percusses the lungs and breaks up some of the mucus in there so that people can get rid of it. So then the oxygen actually hits to the brink of the. We get into all the technical part, but
sure.
The legs, but
it makes you feel better.
It makes you feel better. Makes you be
is.
able to breathe. It stops your cough. It helps with going back and forth for a nebulizer treatment or asthma and going back into the hospitals. And that's really what we're trying to do. Partner with a lot of the hospitals to keep patients out because they get penalized when a patient goes in the hospital, comes out, and then has to be readmitted. So we really want to be partners with our healthcare providers and.
So I'm curious about that. They get penalized.
Yes.
So the hospitals get penalized when they release somebody, what I guess what they would say would be maybe too quickly or because they immediately end up back. What's the time frame?
30 days typically,
Good
depending
gracious.
on the disease state. Obviously you're not going to kick somebody out that's got some kind of terminal illness, but something that can be prevented or treated, but they want a resolution to, or at least a resolution plan, and they kick them out too early and then it doesn't happen, then the patient goes back in the hospital, and there's a certain percentage about readmittance into the hospitals, and then I think that's where the penalty is.
So is it a monetary penalty?
Absolutely.
Oh, of course it is, because insurance money's got to, you know what I'm saying?
Find a way.
They don't have enough of it. Never mind. We're not going to go there.
The CPAP technology has changed a lot too. I mean, I remember when they would say, "Oh, you need to do a sleep study," and you'd have that one. Uncle that had the CPAP machine where it looked like a Darth Vader mask, and you're like, if I wear that during the middle of the night, my wife is going to kill me. But a lot of that's changed now, right?
It has. Yeah, there's different styles of masks, and so there are still some Darth Vader masks out there, without a doubt. But people have.
I want to come back to that because I have a question about a specific type of treatment that I heard about that involves a shock, and it treats sleep apnea, and I'm super curious because it shocks your. Anyways, you're gonna hear us talk about some crazy sleep apnea stuff when we come back right here on Boomer and the Beard. Don't go anywhere. Jim Pendergraph, AeroCare USA. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
Though the world is full of wonders to amaze you as you roam, some of life's greatest treasures are found very close to home.
Find your own treasures at Highway 31 Flea Market. We have it all. Lots of furniture, both painted and project pieces, along with chairs, tables, televisions, books, and so much more. Our prices are unbeatable with products you'll love. Maybe you're looking for a bed frame or maybe some tools. You'll find a great selection right here at Highway 31 Flea Market. We also have all kinds of collectibles and antiques. Want even more deals? You can jump on board with our week-long online auctions, beginning every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's simple. You can join the auction at fleamarket.highbid.com. That's fleamarket.hibid.com. And be sure to visit us Monday through Saturday from 9 till 5 at Highway 31 Flea Market on Highway 31 South in Athens. What will you find when you shop Highway 31 Flea Market?
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money-back, that same money-back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, "Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me?" I said, "Don't worry, kid, I got you." Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it.
I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. I'm sorry that nobody gets that. It's not funny when you're laughing at a joke no one gets. I'll explain it to you here shortly. Let me tell you about our friends over at Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork. Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork is the only place I trust for all those do-it-yourself supplies, whether it's Benjamin Moore paint or DeWalt tools, or whether you need a custom door from the mill shop. You've got this door on your Pinterest page that you really want in this new house that your husband's building for you and you're designing and you're driving him crazy. Husbands, listen to me. Go to Purcell. Go to Purcell. He can make literally anything happen. Don't get frustrated. You're not going to find it off the shelf because she's expensive, okay? So just get it from Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork. All you have to do is give them a call today, 256-232-6320. They're right here in Athens. They've got the customer service game on lockdown. It is a dying thing is good customer service. And not there, not at Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork. Give them a call. Tell them the Beard sent you. Again, 256-232-6320. So why was I laughing so hard? Well, because I teased this segment by telling you about the sleep apnea treatment that literally shocks your tongue out of the way, and I'd never heard that song, but it had a funky little beat, and I look over, and the song is literally called Shock the Monkey.
Peter Gabriel.
And that made me laugh, and I'm sorry, I couldn't control it. Funny is funny no matter how you slice it, and I tend to lose a little control.
Sometimes I feel my role will be like the bumblebee of... from the Transformers of the Boomer and the Beard show, is that sometimes my music will speak words and they'll tie it in really well. So,
it took me a second to get the Bumblebee.
So I won't.
Reference
Bumblebee always plays radio songs.
His voice transmitter box thing broke.
Yes, so he plays songs to speak for himself. So.
And so, my son is in that Transformer phase right now. Like Transformers is his world, and so I've seen it a couple times.
Let's talk about the shock treatment.
Yeah,
that you sleep better, but yet when you walk by the microwave, you start blinking.
And that's what's a crazy thing. Like I heard on a radio show about a sleep apnea treatment. I don't. Does anyone here have sleep apnea? I have a sleep study coming up.
Possibly could, but I lost a lot of weight. I used to snore and had that, but I've lost like 130 pounds over the last 10 years.
Ooh,
so
look at me, I'm
I
skinny.
sleep better. My wife says I don't snore anymore. So I mean, that may be something I haven't really pursued it, but at one time I thought maybe that I may have.
Well, I have a sleep apnea or a sleep study coming up. As you guys, as people that listen to the show knows, I found out I have no testosterone, so I've just started testosterone replacement therapy, and I just don't feel good all the time. Like I'm at it. I don't have much energy. And so we've exhausted all the options. So we're going to do a sleep study and see. So I very well may have some kind of apnea or something like that. But this treatment is like a diode that they like implant in your tongue, and it starts to shock in the tongue, and it gets it out of the way. And all I could think about was like, does it come with a remote, and can they give that to my wife? Because if I start shut up, or like, what if it malfunctions and you're doing a radio show, for instance, and you're like, welcome back to the like, it doesn't seem like a good option to me. Can you tell me anything about this treatment?
Well, I know that we don't have much experience with that because the proven treatment for that is still the CPAP machines, and we talked a little bit about the mask and the different styles. I'm your father.
Yeah, that's right. Luke, I am your father.
And so that's still the preferred method of treatment. Now, there are some that with milder sleep apnea, they can get dental devices that they can wear at nighttime. But as far as the shock treatment goes, all those kind of things that you just chronicled would seem to be detracting
sketchy.
for me. Yeah,
a little sketchy. I'm probably not gonna. Not gonna.
I still can't get over the shocking. It's like, are you sleeping better? And you're like, yeah, but I've developed a speech impediment. I don't know what's going on. I used to be a radio guy, but now I can't talk anymore.
I love that you had to physically grab your tongue.
The visual
to
was
do that.
Here, shake my hand.
Amazing.
Get some COVID.
Oh man!
Sorry.
Oh my!
I'll go wash my hands here in a minute.
I'm so sorry you're having to endure that over there with those guys.
Mr. Pendergraft's like, what have I signed up for? These guys. He's one of us.
These are my
man.
people. Yeah, I love it. I was like, this is fantastic.
Mama's in another building over here.
I think that your products that you sell, and even when Zach's talked about, if Zach were to get into the full, my testosterone's low, it could be depressing, but you got to kind of make fun of it, but make light of it. But I mean, if you're a situation where you're in your house and now you're wearing a machine at night that you got to wear, you got to somehow break it up with a little bit of humor and a little bit. Like it's life,
it would certainly inhibit the
Come here, baby.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like,
my wife's like, can you take the mask off at least for a couple minutes?
You feeling lucky? Or like, hey babe, should I put my CPAP on yet, or how do you want me to do that? Like,
that's reality.
It is, and it's funny, and it's okay to laugh about it because if you don't, you're not being honest. And on this show, we are always we might not, we're intellectually honest. We can claim that we're not intellectual, but intellectually honest, certainly. So you guys are moving locations.
We are.
So there's somebody listening right now that's saying, man, I've got that sleep apnea thing he was talking about. They can't come straight to you and get a sleep apnea machine, correct?
Yes.
Like they have to be diagnosed, or can they?
Yeah, so the whole process is that they would go visit their physician.
Okay.
And their physician would say, okay, do you have some of these symptoms, daytime sleepiness, hypertension? And speaking about, the mask and, hey, baby, erectile dysfunction is a big deal with sleep apnea. If you're not getting enough blood to the body, it affects everything. So
that blood is an important factor. So,
it happens to be in that situation for sure. So
Both
they
of
would
you
go.
guys went, what?
I can tell you. Hey, well, I can tell you something. I'm not going to use the electric shock for that one.
Touche, sir. That's funny. That's funny.
Just saying.
Hey, watch out!
You guys,
if this shock lasts more than 4 hours, please seek an electrician, not a doctor.
I'm definitely not giving my wife the remote to that shock. Quick, I know that.
Quick, baby, get the jumper cables.
Yeah. It's out of rhythm. We got to shock it back.
Clear. All right.
Oh, that's so good.
So
those would be great commercials. Awesome. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Part not working like it used to. The new electric shock from Duracell.
I'm bringing it back. I'm grabbing the reins. I'm bringing it back. So I've got sleep apnea.
No, sir, they don't attach there.
Are you done?
I'm done.
You good? All right. So you got sleep apnea, and you're like, man, I've got daytime sleepiness, hypertension, whatever. How do I get this diagnosed? What's the process there?
So then you would go to your primary care physician or a sleep doctor, sleep medicine, because those guys there's a number of them here in Huntsville, and they would.
Sandy's still dying laughing over there.
Tears.
I mean, she's
Tears.
dying. She's like, if you're watching the live stream right now, she's inconsolable right now. We're over here trying to get somebody with sleep apnea some freaking help, and she's over there laughing so hard she's crying. Look at her.
At least just stay in the chair.
Yeah. Good gracious. Oh, man. And her laugh is that's why she had to mute her mic, because we wouldn't be able to do anything for the entire time she was laughing. But so we go to our doctor, sleep doctor, whatever, and then is there a sleep study?
Yeah, well, there's an Epworth sleepiness scale that says how likely are you to fall asleep in these situations. There's 10 of them.
I bet those are fun.
Yeah, well, while you're watching TV, at a stoplight. I mean, there's a whole list of, and so you get a score. And then the doctor goes, hey, you may have sleep apnea. Here's what we're going to do. And then you go in for a sleep study, or at least you go to a sleep lab, and
they're doing, because I have one coming up, they're doing it very differently now with COVID.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's actually like they send you a machine.
Yep.
And you do it at your house.
Yep.
And they hook you. And then if there is some severe issues, then they will bring you into a sleep lab or observe you or whatever. But yeah, used to, you would just go and do your sleep study. But with COVID, everything's a little bit. So I say that to say there's a safe. It's not one of those things where you're going to have to end up going into some hospital or going into some heavily trafficked facility if COVID is something you are concerned about.
Correct.
You can do it at your home. And
absolutely.
So that is an important point. But do you have sleep apnea?
I don't. I don't. I actually had a sleep study in lab.
Really?
Yep. And I do not have sleep.
Is that weird to have people watching you sleep?
I sleep so hard, I had no idea. I was like, now you do look like an octopus because they have all these leads coming out of you and things to monitor your heart and your brain and all these types of, because there's more than just obstructive sleep apnea. There's also central sleep apnea where your brain is telling your body not to breathe, and that's treated with a similar machine but completely different. There's no shocking that back into, existence. So,
sure.
So anyway, so having all these leads hooked up to you is paramount in diagnosing which type of apnea you have or apneic events.
So what's the best way for folks to get in touch with AeroCare if they want to? How do they get in touch with you guys?
So once you're diagnosed with sleep apnea and they prescribe a CPAP machine, you tell them you want to use AeroCare USA.
Sorry,
that's okay. You tell them you want to use AeroCare USA as your provider for this piece of equipment. It's your choice as a patient, and we want you to choose us because of our outstanding service, our respiratory therapists on staff,
and your great radio voice.
And my great radio voice should absolutely play an impact.
Yeah, I think so. You should record some sleep messages for your clients. This is JP with AeroCare USA.
Kind of like the inspiration cube.
Yeah. Oh, my wheels are all the way turned. My wheels are all the way turned. If you missed the early part, Joel Osteen has released his new Inspiration Cube.
Okay.
For one low payment of $39.99, you can have him speak false biblical truths into your life and send you straight to the pit of hell. But I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Okay, I'm joking. But you should do a sleep cube. A cube that they could put right next to their bed, and right before bedtime, they hit it in JP's voice. Just, hey, welcome into your sleep lab, the home of great sleep. You're going to get very sleepy right now. I just think it would work.
If you don't sleep in 5 minutes, it starts shocking you.
It shocks your tongue.
We hope.
Oh, JP, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Absolutely. AeroCare USA. If you have sleep apnea and you're not getting your equipment from AeroCare, you're wrong. If you think you have it, go see your doctor and get in touch with these guys. They're fantastic. They're funny, obviously. We've had a great time this morning. When we come back, we've got a phone call on the line. I've got no idea who it is, but it's going to be funny. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
The U.S. on track to reach 1 million coronavirus cases a week. More than 150,000 cases just reported in the last 24-hour period.
In Oklahoma, where, like many places, case numbers are rising, healthcare workers at smaller hospitals say they are overwhelmed. Dr. Scott Mishner is Chief Medical Officer at Comanche County Memorial Hospital in Lawton, Oklahoma.
It's really bad when you have to decide between a trauma patient and a COVID patient.
And he says in many cases they cannot transfer patients like they normally would because bigger hospitals are full. Alex Stone, ABC News.
This morning, Joe Biden is now the projected winner in the state of Arizona, picking up its 11 electoral votes for a total of 290 versus Trump's 217. President Trump not conceding to Biden and his administration still not giving Joe Biden classified intelligence briefings. That's standard stuff for a president-elect. At least 7 deaths, and this morning, the search for more victims of the flash flooding in North Carolina. Dave Packer, ABC News.
My great-great-aunt Bertha May had certain words she would not let us say at the dinner table. Nowadays, if you're a government contractor, CMMC is one of those words. Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. It's where you've got to be in the DoD world if you want to bid and win government contracts. 256-975-4758. My friends at Simple Helix, look, they're not afraid, and they can show you a cost-effective path to becoming CMMC compliant. What that means, they're going to help you navigate the process. They're going to make a plan, and they're going to get you to those big government contracts you need. Give my friends at Simple Helix a call today at 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the Beard sent you.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah, how about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
My friends, scientists are beside themselves with joy. They have accidentally created a mutant enzyme that eats plastic bottles. A couple years ago, scientists discovered the enzyme at a Japanese waste dump. They brought in an international team to tweak it, and voila, the enzyme mutated. The new enzyme takes just a few days to break down plastic. Now, the lead researcher says that thanks to the mutant enzyme, there will not be a need to drill oil to make more plastic, because the plastic we already have can be recycled back into its original components. If that happens, can you imagine the result? Liberals can stop making laws to ban plastic straws in restaurants. Stores can give customers plastic bags again. You can buy bottled water without the environmentalist wackos complaining about what's in landfills. Plastic will be in again, which is why I have a prediction of my own. It'll never happen, because liberals don't really want to solve problems. They just want to complain about problems and blame America for problems. But the last thing they want to do is solve anything, because America can't improve. So just watch. Environmentalists will accuse the new mutant enzyme of causing global warming or wiping out endangered species or hurting polar bears. Mark my words, it will not be marketed as a solution ultimately. Working from home is fast transforming the job market. It's creating unlimited competition for nearly every role, every job. Geography, proximity, less important than ever before when you're hiring people to work from home. You're now competing with more employers for the best candidates. So how do you get your company to stand out? Well, you start with posting that position with ZipRecruiter.com/rush. When you do that, you can tag it with notices that say actively hiring or remote to attract the right talent. Then ZipRecruiter's technology identifies candidates with the right skills and experience. If you're interested in those people, you invite them to apply using ZipRecruiter's technology to send an email from you. I mean, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate the first day. Try ZipRecruiter free. ZipRecruiter.com/rush. That's ZipRecruiter.com/rush. Get the edge on the competition. ZipRecruiter. It's the smartest way to hire.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A treehouse. Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful host. That is one of my favorite songs of all time. You're killing the music game this morning. With the exception of actually, I like that song. You don't like that song. So let me tell you about Dr. Lang Chiropractic Care. Dr. Lang is the gold standard for chiropractic care. He's the official chiropractor of this show and is the only chiropractor I've ever had that takes a whole body approach to chiropractic services by fixing the problem, not just trying to do pain management. So give him a call. Today, make sure you call him and tell him that the Beard sent you. Our friend Dr. Lang has your back, and you can get him at 256-444-1600. Again, Dr. Lang Chiropractic, 256-444-1600, right here in Athens, in the Publix Shopping Center. Dr. Lang, again, has your back. We have a caller on the line with us this morning. Caller, are you there? Can you hear me?
Good morning, Mr. Bill. Good morning, this your cousin Raymond from down in Terrebonne, Louisiana.
Oh, what's up, Raymond?
Hey, good morning, cousin. I was calling into you, Joe, man. We are so proud of you down here with you, fame and fortune. I wanted to call and check in and give you the update.
Okay, what? Give me the update. What you want to?
Well,
you want to update me on the hurricane or the family update? I mean, you gotta. We ain't talked in a while, Raymond. You're that cousin that I don't talk about in places that aren't dark and quiet. So we got a lot. We got a lot to update on. Where you want to start?
Well, we can talk about them hurricane that come through this year. You know, I think somebody down here done subscribed to the Hurricane of the Month Club, and we got to unsubscribe that. We got to get that. That's too much. It's too much. You know, we done have more hurricane than I got ex-wife.
Yeah, well, that's a lot, boy. That is a lot. That is a lot. And about as quick. You had 2 in a month, so.
Well, you know, I'm trying to meet a quota, you know. But, we got, you know, some people tell me, you know, if you got 2, 3 ex-wives, if you not deep into it, and all of them crazy, they might not be the crazy one. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it definitely starts to look like a pattern.
That's right. That's right. You know, and you know, we done had all this election problem we got down here. You know, in the kind. I'm sorry if my cell service is a little funny. You know, we got the carrier down here. It's kind of fuzzy and scratchy like Aunt Flossie's upper lip down here. You know.
Yeah, I know about that upper lip.
Yes, it's a little hairy. You know,
sounds like Raymond thinks that's funny.
You know, sometimes I make myself laugh, you know.
I know it. It's a terrible thing.
You know. But yeah, we got the election problem that everybody got going on here. You know, I don't understand how it's a problem to have to present your ID when you go and vote, you know. If you can spend money on cigarette, you can spend money on getting an ID. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Cigarettes and there's no money on ID
Absolutely.
either. It's free.
Yeah, no, but no, you got to have the gas money down here. There ain't nothing close to nothing. You know, you got to be able to get to the place, you know. But see, people around here are scared to get a job. You know, you get a job and mess up that free check you get from the trumpeter. You know, you got to be careful.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that completely. Sometimes you just, you know, and that so flies in the face of Southern Louisiana, a bunch of good, hardworking folks. But my buddy, my cousin Raymond, he's a different character.
Yes.
Well, you know, we do a little different down here in the Terrebonne, you know, but it was not we didn't have a lot of good choice this year in the election. You know, you had the two, you know, it was kind of like choosing the valedictorian, the special needs class. You know, neither one of them going to be a winner.
You can tell he's your family.
Easy.
You know, but that's just the way it goes, you know, and you know, the family doing good down here, you know. Poor Uncle Thibodeau, I don't know if you knew this or not, but poor Uncle Thibodeau, he done passed away last year.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was 105 years old. He done passed away, you know. And, you know, it's funny. I felt like I knew the man, but ever since he passed away, he been voting Democrat. I guess you got to be dead to be that dumb, though.
Oh, Raymond from the top rope.
Yeah, but that's okay, you know. And my son Boudreaux, you know, your sixth cousin Boudreaux, you know, he getting to be about marrying age now, you know, about 13 years old, and he getting to be marrying age, and he asked me, he said, "Daddy, Papa," he said, "how you know if a woman is the right one?" And I said, "Boudreaux, they're all a little bit crazy." I said, "You got to find you a crazy you can work with. You know, you got to find a woman that'll get mad and stab you and then take you to the ER."
Yeah, you gotta. It's important to be able to be on both sides there.
Yeah, that's important, you know, and down here, you know, we promote a good life, you know, and there's 3 things for all the listeners out there, you know, that don't know a whole lot about Louisiana being Cajun. I got 3 things that'll really educate you as to how it is down here.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, you need to marry you a Cajun. If you a single woman out there listening to this show, marry you a Cajun. He'll do right by you. Number 2, we don't go to town very much. We only go on occasion. And number three thing. Cajuns that don't tell the truth, they're very rare. But if a Cajun don't tell the truth, he a jumbo liar.
Okay, Raymond.
Well played.
All right, I got to go. I got to go check on the get alarm. We done got them all strung out last night. I got to go see what's on it.
Okay, Raymond. Hey, love you, cousin. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Shalom Molaton. We love y'all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, you.
Okay. My cousin Raymond from South Louisiana that apparently is long lost.
Yeah,
he's my long lost.
Your family.
It is. We haven't heard from Jack in a while.
Your family is special.
We also haven't heard from Jack in a while. Maybe
that's true.
Maybe it's time to reach out to my brother Jack and see. He might have some election thoughts.
Your twin brother.
Yeah, my twin brother Jack might have some election thoughts. So, well, Raymond, thanks for the call, buddy. This is Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. We have one more segment for you when we come back, and it's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial, or you're a communist. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for one low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on it.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. Let me tell you about our friends over at Simple Helix. Simple Helix is the only solution for IT problems in your business. The new normal and the, Corona has everybody all jacked up. Let me tell you about what you need to do. Don't hire an IT director. Don't go build an IT department. It's going to be out of your budget. It's going to be expensive. It's not going to be easy. Just call our friends at Simple Helix, 256-975-4758. Tell them the promo code Good Morning Vietnam, and that will get you a great discount, a great deal, and they'll take great care of you. Again, 256-975-4758. Just let them know the Beard sent you. They'll take great care of you. Okay, 866-494-9866. We want to hear from you this morning. We've got one segment left in this show, 866-494-9866. In other news, the Portland mayor removes all gendered language. Thank you for that, Portland mayor. As if you couldn't be any more confusing. Wow.
X.
Okay. On the driver's license in Oregon, you can be a M, an F, or an X. What if I identify as a Y?
What if I don't want to identify as anything and just have it blank?
I'm sure they'll accommodate that.
Well, you don't even have to have an ID, so what are we talking about?
Oh, that's true.
That's
yeah.
a good point. And drugs are legal, and
we're all going
insane.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that right here in the last segment of the show, I see a dumb headline like that and completely just lose my ever-loving mind?
What if I change it real quick? I'll help you out.
Change it.
Let's end with a good story on a Friday.
Okay.
I love it when you see really awesome things happen. 4-year-old Jackson Maples discovered the appliance section at Lowe's, and once he did that, he could not turn back. Jackson is autistic, and he has insisted that no matter where they go, he must visit the Lowe's at least several times a week. Okay, so his mom says when they go on vacations, it's crazy because they got to find Lowe's. They got to just kind of almost plan their vacation around anything. So Lowe's gave him a red vest, which is cool. But they decided to do it a bit better. Not only did they give him the red vest, they made Jackson an honorary associate last Saturday, gave him a Lowe's bucket, filled it with a kid's hat, Lowe's-themed toys, builder kits, a Lowe's football signed by all their associates, and basically went out and have made Jackson this official Lowe's employee. It's kind of a cool story. I love when you hear people that do something like that to, said he's, just absolutely ecstatic. He's a really smart kid, with the autism, you have these situations where they come in. So he has just really jumped on board, and who knows, he could take over Lowe's. This kid's fired up at 4 years old, so.
That's awesome. That is a good story.
It feel good of like, hey, give back, and here's a kid that's, you can make it. You can make a difference.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about,
It is.
More
It is what it's
people
all
should do
about.
things like that.
I think the autism in this country is something that we need to do a better job with. It's an incredibly, I know some kids that are on the spectrum that are as intelligent, and honestly, I find them to be some of the most caring people. They love genuinely. Yeah. There's a pureness in their joy and their love for people that is just really infectious. Like, it's always, I want to hug you and I love you, and it's just I just wish, it's almost like they don't have the capacity to deal with the nonsense. It's like they filter out all the bad and they just see the good.
Well, you got to come up with an alternative. I have something, I meant to say this earlier, but like my church on Sunday, we'd been a while since I'd been actually physically to a church. Yeah. And it wasn't that I wasn't down against the church. It was just life just kind of had me just kind of heavy. And my wife and I just said, we're getting the kids, we're going in, and the church I go to is the Rock in Madison, and they're doing something there that I thought was like, instead of complaining about things, make the difference. They are actually sponsoring 4 women that were on the path to get abortions.
Oh, wow.
And they made a agreement with these 4 individuals that if they would agree to take the babies full term and put the baby up for adoption,
Oh my goodness.
That's really neat.
You know, and so I was like more fired up than I'd ever been. And I was like, we talk about all these things that this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, but we do nothing to just say this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. But I'm thinking, what a great way to go in and say, hey, young lady, we're not just going to beat you over the head saying that abortion's wrong, abortion's wrong. We'll meet every need you got.
Well, that's called being the hands and feet of Jesus. A lot of times the church wants to be the blamatory organization, or they want to be the condemnation organization. They want to tell you what's wrong and what you shouldn't do, and this and the other. And very often they forget to encourage you, even in the midst of absolute despair, to hope and to joy. And there's a reason why orphans and widows are mentioned in the Bible more than just about anything but money, because it's an important part of society that I don't know, that's just really neat. That is really neat.
Well, I was fired up. I was like, it really got me to the point I'm thinking, you know what, I've got to find myself and get to that place where I'm upset about something, I'm angry about a certain situation, but what's the solution? Quit beating yourself up and fighting about what we're against, but how do we fix it? Whatever the case is, addiction, abortion, any situation. A kid that, has got autism, that their parents are, driving by Lowe's all across the country because of vacation, then Lowe's could recognize that and say, I don't know, I'm giving him a vest and some toys. I mean, that's the littlest thing you could do to have someone, but I'm sure it makes that mom really, makes that life. Takes a situation probably was really annoying. She's like, I don't want to go by Lowe's anymore. But it's making a smile on that kid's face, so it's well worth it.
Absolutely. Well, and that's something that is going to inspire that young man too. As he gets older, he's going to remember those things, and he's going to sort of like pour it out into others. And maybe one day he'll be like a really strong leader, and be able to start something that will encourage that growth there.
As we all should. We should all encourage
Absolutely.
everybody to do that. And I think this show, Jack, you do a great part of that. I'm not, patting you on the back, but there's been several times we've joked and we've, been all across the board with all of our subjects, but we always come back at the end. We just be good people, take care of people, be a part of the community, and this world is tough enough as it is.
And that's why we're doing the Full Tummy Project at the SK Salon Monday night.
There is your shameless plug for the.
It is, but I couldn't help it.
So
Full Tummy Project is so important, though.
Okay, so it is. So and we definitely, I love your heart for that. And I love your heart for service. I've got a headline here I want to hit while we're in the neighborhood of funny and fun and encouraging and all of that. If you're gonna be a burglar, if you're gonna steal from people, don't leave your name and number and address.
What?
Good, probably good decision.
Malcolm Pike, 43 of East Harrington, Sunderland, which I believe is in the UK. He stole $150 worth of cleaning equipment. First of all.
Oh.
$150. Second of all, cleaning equipment. Like, I guess he needed a Christmas present for his wife. But as he was making, it took Connor a second, but he got it.
It did take
as he was making his getaway, he accidentally left behind a bag which contained letters bearing both his name and address.
Well, it'd be rude if he just took stuff and didn't replace it.
Yeah, he was just, something. He was just borrowing it. In addition to pleading guilty to the burglary, Pike also admitted another burglary as well as 2 thefts of property in relation to what police have called a, quote, crime spree.
Maybe their house was dirty, and he was just saying, you're not using the
real prolific crime spree. And then the other fun headline I've got here: who is scared of snakes?
Me.
I'm not a big fan. I hunt. I spend a lot of time outside. But no shoulders, nope rope. I'm not. There's a reason God cursed those animals. A very good reason. How about one with 2 heads?
No.
Oh, heck no.
Rare 2-headed snake slithers into woman's house.
I just got sleep apnea.
No.
That's terrible.
I don't know. At North Carolina, stunned when a 2-headed snake slithered into the room she was in there cleaning.
Oh, my goodness.
She could have used a burglar.
She turned to Facebook for help and ultimately handled the snake and just released it.
Is that your go-to when a two-headed snake goes in your house? You go Facebook.
Facebook.
Marketplace.
No.
What do I do with a two-headed snake?
Let me go to the place where everybody knows everything and everybody's smart and ask them what to do with this reptile here. Yeah, so how about that? Two-headed snake. 866-494-9866.
That would be a reptile dysfunction.
Join us. Okay.
That was good.
Okay.
Yes! Friday!
So, speaking of snakes, there was a client.
Careful.
No.
Careful.
Let me go. I know, right? So there was a client that came in the other day, and she was telling me that her nephew, his mom, was like cleaning up his room, moved his bed, and underneath his bed there was like a glue trap. There was a snake stuck to the glue trap.
Thank God for the glue trap.
Right? Like it. That is like, besides having a frog in my house, like that is like the next thing that would send me over the edge. Having a snake, like opening up my cupboards or something, and there be a snake in there. Like I would burn the house down, move. Like, nope, it'd be over with.
We ended on it. We landed pretty good on that.
But
one.
That's why you have glue traps, right? Animals are going to get in your home. I mean, it's gonna especially if you live in a rural spot. Like we live in it's not rural per se, but we don't live in a neighborhood. I live on a few acres. I have a gravel driveway, kind of a deal. I mean, we're on a wooded property. I mean, that's what glue traps are for.
Mice.
Glue traps are for mice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're for mice. This has been Boomer and the Beard, but do not worry, I'm not going anywhere. You've got me for the next 3 hours. We love you. For signing off for Sandy Lou and Boomer and producer Connor. You guys have a great weekend. For everyone else, I'll be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 7 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Pather. The records are now breaking daily. An all-time high 151,000 new COVID-19 cases in the U.S. Thursday. 67,000 COVID patients hospitalized.
In Oklahoma, where like many places case numbers are rising, healthcare workers at smaller hospitals say they are overwhelmed. Dr. Scott Mishner is chief medical officer at Comanche County Memorial Hospital in Lawton, Oklahoma.
It's really bad when you have to decide between a trauma patient and a COVID patient.
And he says in many cases they cannot transfer patients like they normally would because bigger hospitals are full. Alex Stone, ABC News.
California now joining Texas and topping 1 million overall cases. A promising treatment for those battling the coronavirus right now. Eli Lilly's antibody treatment receiving